Hello friends and followers. Well, here's the Paragon 1 number 2. And here's a minor loop board which has been giving me hell for a month or so. Anyway, so I have soldered the retaining lid back on the bottom of it. I basically resoldered under the under the oscillator, the VCO again. I sucked out every single joint with a solder sucker and installed the board. It seemed to be stable. A lot more stable. I could really crank this thing about a turn before it went out of lock, and it would only take a fraction to take it out of lock before. So I think that has stabilized it. There must have been a short or something that was soldered wrong. I simply went over where the previous owner tried to solder it, and the second time I resoldered it, I removed a lot of flux he had in there with nail polish remover, and that didn't fix it. So this third time, I simply unsoldered everything with a solder sucker and started over. So that might have made a difference. And I tried to pull off this lid, this can, to get access to the components inside this thing, and I didn't get the thing apart. And I thought maybe I wrecked it, but it still worked with this lid kind of loose. But if I would touch the lid or get near the board, it would go out of lock. So I've now soldered this lid back down, this square Faraday cage back down as good as I can. And I've put the cover back on the bottom and soldered it where the factory had it soldered. So let's see what happens. Let's see if this thing works. I was going to replace this modulus chip, but maybe we're fine without it now. I did replace the face lock loop chip, but maybe the whole problem was under this oscillator. This thing goes from 120 to 130 megahertz. It's a pretty high frequency oscillator, and so any little thing that can change it would change it and perturb it. I did replace a couple capacitors in here with Chinese communist stuff. I'm not sure that help it or not, but this stuff was all in the charge pump circuit, so I was a little afraid that wasn't working. But seems like people are right. They say it's always the solder joints, and maybe that was true with this one too. You go over it, you think it's right, and it just is not going to work. So let's give it a try this time and see. And I'll post one more video of trying to get this thing stable on the oscilloscope. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a great day.